Hello, Delmarva again. This is Ann Shaw again with supportdelmarva.com. Today we have with us Robert Wade. And the fact that Robert Wade is with us today is an example of how things work exactly the way they should. Sean Smith began supportdelmarva.com to encourage networking among local entrepreneurs and pro bonos and businesses. And through supportdelmarva.com, we met Robert Wade. And Robert has something that really blends with the idea of supporting your own community. It's called SearchMyChurch.biz. Robert, can you tell us about SearchMyChurch.biz?
Absolutely. I actually had the idea a few years ago, and I actually had someone piece it all together in November, so it's in its infant stages at the moment. But the overall concept is this. It's a platform created so that the members of a church can actually go on to SearchMyChurch.biz, pull up their personal church that they attend. For me, it's First Baptist of Easton. So I can go on there and pull up First Baptist of Easton, and all the businesses that worship at First Baptist have their businesses listed and linked under there. So as a member, for free, I can go onto the website, I can pull up the church, and whenever I'm searching for a business, or even if I'm looking for a job, I can always start that search at my church. Now, in the event that I'm looking down the list of businesses and I don't find the service that I'm looking for, when I get to the bottom, it says still looking. At that point, businesses pay to be found on a map outside of the church. And when you click that and go to that map outside, all of those businesses attend a church somewhere locally. So the overall concept is whatever you're looking for, start at your church. Help to unify the body by supporting the businesses that actually go to the church that you're at. But in the event that you don't find the service, then you're supporting another local church by using another business locally.
So in our law firm, one of the things we do is if we need a service, we think about our clients first. This is a kind of a way to give back to those who are giving to us. Is Search My Church something like that theory?
Absolutely, because it's free for the congregation to sign up, it's free for the church to be listed, and it's free for the businesses to be found by the congregation in their own church. But the businesses do pay to be found on the map outside of the church. And 50% of those proceeds will go to some type of a local ministry, whether it's something like on Kent Island we work with Haven Ministry. That's a homeless shelter where several things. Homeless can find a place to stay for a while. They have a little convenience store that you can go in and literally you donate your clothes and you can purchase clothes there, but if you're homeless, everything in there is for free. And even behind the outlets, they have a store where it's a furniture store. So once they get that homeless person on their feet, up and running, get them a job, get them an apartment, they can actually go into this store and get clothing for free. So 50% of the proceeds generated by SearchMyChurch.biz will go to those type of local ministries. Because the overall concept is support my church locally, get my church involved with the businesses that are in there, and then get the whole body of believers involved with the community.
One of the things that I internalize when I'm hearing you is that this would be much safer. Anybody who knows me laughs and jokes about me. Ann likes her dogs better than she likes people. And I was kind of upset the other day when on the news it talked about the national websites and you could find dog sitters, but you might not be able to trust their dogs with them. I'm thinking if I'm trusting my pets or if I'm trusting my children, if I really want to be sure they're safe with who I'm giving their care to, Search My Church is a really much better idea than a national website.
Absolutely, because now you're dealing with somebody in your church that you know, or you're dealing with somebody that worships at another church locally that you're very familiar with. Also, one of the unique things in there is when you talk about pet care or something like that, You may have a person that their child wants to have a small business where they're doing landscaping or grass cutting or pet walking or something like that, and they want to be found by church members only, and they don't want to click on the outside map. So all that's free for that youth to be able to put that little business together under their own church.
Now, you've only been doing this since November 2018. How's it coming?
I actually have 30 churches signed up now. I have 20-some businesses signed up. And literally what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get as many churches involved as I can. And I want to sign up maybe the first business or two for free that's in the church, even to be found outside, so that I can get the momentum going. Because it's going to take some time to get the word out. But once it gets chugging and I get a lot of businesses and churches connected, it'll start its own momentum and roll pretty good.
Now, we have to keep this short because our viewers don't want to go on forever in each interview. What's the most important thing you want to tell us about Search My Church?
I totally believe it's going to unify the body of believers. Once the members realize that they have a source, and I run into this a lot. I run into people will come in and say, hey, I've been attending the church for a few months. Do you have a bulletin board or something somewhere where we can put up a business card? And at the end of the day, we don't go to church to conduct business. We go to church to worship God. But yet, this is a platform created where, and I'm hoping it'll become a movement, where anytime I'm looking for a business, a service, or even a job, I start that search at my church. And I'm using the body of believers that are already there. So that's helping to unify the body. And by the way, when the businesses grow, their tithe grows as well. So I'm hoping all that starts right there at the local body of believers. But then in the community, I'm hoping that everybody gets involved with those other ministries like Haven Ministries and different ones, Choices Pregnancy Center and organizations like that.
Thank you, Robert Wade. SearchMyChurch.biz. Mr. Wade's information and the information for SearchMyChurch.biz will be on supportdelmarva.com. Please, if you need to look for him there. And thank you. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you.